Hello, welcome. It's been roughly 25 days since we planted everything in the garden. I know the seedlings I planted maybe 30 days ago, get them started a little bit. And as you see on this back row here is the sunflowers. So about a month in the ground, there, one there is above about 12 inches to 14 inches high already. So they're going to be at least 15 to 17 feet, those sunflowers. So these here are my favorite, is the grape tomatoes. Go back to when I planted them. I think it's number 50 and 51. One of those two. Take a look and you'll see when we planted these. Now, when I first planted them, you'll see in those videos, the plastic was only up to here. The plant was just a little higher. There was no storm in sight. They said on a Saturday it was going to be a big front coming in and the winds were going to be tropical force winds. Well, they were up to 63 miles an hour. So I went out that morning and purchased some plastic wrap and wrapped them a little higher. Now they just, in the last 2 weeks, these things just popped out of here. So they're healthy. And because of the plastic wrap, I saved the plants. Go back to the video of protecting plants on using this plastic. It's not a long video, just quick watch it, just gives you an idea. But inside here, and I'm going to take a closer look real soon here, but there's some tomatoes already inside. All right. When you're ready to take this off, recycle. Now, there's some pretty big tomatoes in here. We're going to get a close-up look real quick. Just let you know, see the sunflowers here? Everything, like I said, roughly 25-30 days, especially the seedlings. And we're going to take a quick look over here at this garden, which has, here's dill, chamomile, fennel, carrots, beets, radishes, more carrots, eggplant. We're going to take a look at that real quick. Now, pretty healthy, right? Remember, we use rabbit poop in this garden. That's it. When Brussels sprouts and the broccoli and all that is gone, cauliflower, they eat the leaves. They eat everything. And the next day, we have fertilizer to put right back in the yard. But as you see, I planted, they were like this high. When I planted them, look how much they grew already. When I planted them in the ground. So I got to take the plastic off all these. Now I want to give you a quick shot too at my favorite bean is the purple royal bean. Okay, let's take a look at that real quick. The leaves are real healthy. You see that? Those leaves are nice and big. Well, when we had that storm come in, the leaves got ripped right off and there was just the stem standing there. So that just came back after the storm. They're pretty healthy. We're even getting flowers on those. So I'm pretty excited this year in the garden. Right here we have a big bush of rosemary growing. You should smell it. If that screen was a scratch and sniff, you would smell some rosemary right now. Very, very fragrant. Wow. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go down and look at the homestead tomatoes. Now, they were a lot smaller when I put them in the ground. I'm going to go over that. But as you see, we're going to take a look real quick right now. Let's go look at these tomatoes. They're green, but they're big. We're going to take a look at them. Pretty cool, huh? They have another, I would say, 4 to 5 feet to go. We're going to go down to the homestead tomatoes and take a look at those, talk about that a little bit. So, hey, let's go. Now you saw the beans, right next to the beans were the cucumbers. So they're getting there. The broccoli's next to that. I'm going to be pulling that broccoli out. Now the broccoli, you remember, we planted it back in September, the middle of September. We're still eating broccoli. So broccoli has a great return on the produce. Perfect. So we're still eating. I'm looking at broccoli heads right now. You can just eat on a salad. These are the homestead tomatoes right here. There's 8 of them. Go back to video 152. And we planted them. Remember I put plastic? The plastic was on these before. Put it on. Well, and they were only about 6 to 8 inches high. They were about like this, 6 inches. You see what happened? We had these winds I talked about, 63 miles an hour. These tomatoes were underneath this plastic. If it wasn't, I would have to replant them. I would have to put in more. And I don't have too many more that I started from seed. So, it's time to take this plastic off. It's 20 days. Look at this. Now, you know, I leave this on every year. I reuse it. I don't bother pulling it off because a lot of them are too long. You can reuse it the next year. But 20 days in the garden. Check out these tomatoes, and I will get a little closer here. We're going to take a little peep on. There's 2 tomatoes in there. Take a look real quick. All right. Now, the other things that are growing in the garden. We're going to take a quick look. We have zucchini and squash. That's on the same row. Leaves about that high off the ground. Next to that is our pepper plants, numerous kinds. So let's take a look at that real quick. That was the zucchini. Now take a look at the peppers. So they're just getting big, just like these tomatoes. So take a look at the peppers. Pretty cool, huh? See, gardening's fun once everything starts growing. Once all the hard work's done. Now, pull weeds, look for bugs. Yes, you can use all kinds of sprays out there for bugs. Well, I try to keep this as organic as possible. So I physically go look for the bugs and pull them off. Make it easy. It's fun. Gardening's fun here. This is the best part now. We're going to see some vegetables soon. We're going to be eating. We've been eating onions. Plant onions all through the year. You have them all the time. It's really nice to use a whole onion, the bottom and the top. All right. Well, let's look forward to some more videos coming. Stay tuned. Learn something from each of the videos. I don't care if it's one thing you don't know. Teach me something. You know? Come on. 20 days in the garden. Looking forward to a great year. It's just past St. Patrick's Day. It's going to be 93 today here in South Texas. It's going to be cranked up on the heat. Soon time for shorts. So, happy gardening. Get something in the ground. Start a vegetable garden. Watch the videos. You'll learn something. Ciao, baby.